Hey, today we're going to be tasting some coffee from Burundi together. This coffee is from Burundi's Kayanza province, and we get it from J&P Coffee Importers. It's a women-owned coffee importing company who supports all women farmers in Burundi, and we've been buying from them for the last few years or so. And this coffee just landed a few days ago, so it's super fresh and really at its peak in terms of flavor. And we'll be talking today about different elements of a coffee that we use here at Sparrows to evaluate coffees in general and talk about coffees. And those include aroma, flavor, body, sweetness, and we'll be having different members of our team breaking down what they think about all of those different elements. And you guys at home can see how your notes and your thoughts compare. And we'd love to hear any similarities or differences in general.
Yeah, as far as recipe is concerned, we use 25 grams of coffee in and brewed 400 out, so that's a 1:16 ratio. As far as grind size goes, for Colitas, it's a little bit coarser than other pour-overs, but right around kind of where you'd expect kind of a drip coffee maker to be.
We're going to continue doing tastings like this online, so keep an eye out for new coffees as they come in, and make sure to comment and let us know what you think of it, and put any questions that you have about the coffee or the brewing up on our social, and we will try to get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks for joining.
Love you guys.
Well, I have two things in front of me. One is a cup that we use on a cupping table, and it has dry grounds in it, and you smell the dry grounds to get the fragrance. And so there's a difference between fragrance and aroma. Fragrance is the dry, and there's this expression that I've heard that the nose knows. And so I try to get as much information from this stage of the process as I can, and then you look to validate that when you actually taste the coffee. So out of this, I'm getting some sweetness, I'm getting honey, I'm getting some graham. And I'm looking for that then to be replicated when we do wet the ground. So typically then we'd pour water on it, and then that's when you'd get the aroma. And the fragrance and aroma combines into one part of the score. And then at home, you would really just do the same thing, but you'd go straight to the brewed coffee. Although after you grind it, you definitely could get some information on the fragrance, but you won't be able to steep it in the same way we would on a cupping table. But you can kind of replicate that by swirling it around in the cup. And from this coffee in particular, I'm getting a lot of similar notes once it's brewed. So I'm getting the graham cracker, I'm getting like some tart red cherry, I'm getting maybe a little bit of raspberry, and really excited to sort of validate that set of notes once I take a sip. Yeah, similar.
In this cup, I'm getting a lot of nice deep red fruit flavors, along the lines of plum, apricot, stone fruit in general, maybe some peachiness to it, citrus flavor as well, some tangerine, maybe citrus marmalade. And I'm also getting a lot of deep sweet flavors, like brown sugar, molasses, and some kind of savory black tea notes as well. And on the back end, maybe a little bit of tropical flavor, pineapple, kiwi, and overall, all those are pretty representative of a Burundi coffee and East African coffee in general. Deep sweetness, mild savoriness, and citrus liveliness. And yeah, it's really great.
The aftertaste is really fresh and crisp, kind of like a lingering Concord grape.
This Burundi definitely has a higher acidity level. It's ripe, it's fresh, there's a lot of raspberry and lemon going on, which is pretty commonplace for coffees from kind of the East Africa region. So overall, it's definitely a kind of great representation of Burundi coffees.
I think the body is pretty silky and smooth, with a slight juiciness and tea-like, but more like a black tea.
It's deeply sweet, really nice brown sugar notes, almost like a maple syrup, a little bit of blueberry. Totally what I would expect from a coffee from Burundi.